Sorry about that.
I wonder why I talk to myself the way I do.
Oh yeah, huh? I do the same thing. But you know that's just the self saying,
But maybe I wouldn't have said that if I hadn't have met you.
mm,
Maybe.
you have to do self-talk because that's the only intervention you're going to get before you either commit that heinous crime. Robbing a bank, murder. Yeah, you have to do self-talk because if you don't do it, there's nobody else to stop you from doing it.
The song, everything reminds me of a song.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, you know somebody else will.
No,
If you don't do it,
they won't talk you out of it. Mm. A lot of people want to see somebody else's misery, especially if it ends bad. That's entertainment today. So, hate to say it like that, but that is entertainment. Violence and porn. It's the biggest money makers.
and how many hours would you work at $11 an hour?
I do. I might even do some overtime. You know, it all depends on what's going on that weekend. But sorry, boss. You know, if it would have been last weekend or maybe next weekend, but this weekend, you know, you got to find somebody else.
So 99, if you signed off last night and kind of like a sword in the middle of the sidewalk on your back.
we, I don't think we signed off. We were looking at the sky, and next thing you know, the elusive Joseph gnome said that the elusive 99 gnome was 1, 2, snore.
And I was able to laugh myself asleep because of the picture of him out there, like doing it for all of us. It didn't seem handy. I kind of had to walk several feet to get out to where I was supposed to be. Out there near.
He said he had to walk several feet.
Several. That always used to mean 5 to me. Okay, with more than several. More than several. But 99 represented all of us that.
Well,
First,
I'm flattered that you would say that, Joseph.
Yeah, just a couple. I don't know how long he lasted, but
I'm flattered that you would say that, but that's too big of a responsibility and a burden for 99. You know, 99 can only represent himself. Because sometimes there is that chance you might not got it right. You might have got 7 other people covered, but 3 of them is going to be a little upset because they're going to feel like you didn't quite cover us. So, you know.
Yeah, that's what keeps it going.
I would say I'd rather not speak for everybody. You know, I'm flattered that you would say something like that. I speak for self only. You know, that's a great burden to hold. He speaks for everyone. Whoa, no, no! As they drag him off. oh yeah, okay. Kicking. Yeah, you speak for everybody, huh? Well, I'll tell you, you didn't speak for me. Kick him, Joe.
Even if you did, you should have checked with me first.
And that is the answer. That is the answer right there. Hey, I really didn't mind you doing that, making that decision. It might have been a great decision for the 7 over there, but I would have kind of appreciated if you would have woke me up. You know, I don't mind you shaking me and saying, hey, what do you think? Oh, yeah, go ahead, man. You woke me up for that? You can't win. You can't win. You can't win. So, you know what, guys, people, what would even be great is if you guys gave us some ideas for material. What would you guys like to see? So, like, you know, we got to keep it clean. Only us as the producers of the show, spur the moment at that time, have a say so on what we're gonna put on the air. But it would help if if we got something like, hey, you know, hey guys, believe it or not, but a couple of these people would like to see some Robble, and we'd be like, oh, whoa, let's take a vote on that. But we'd be flattered that you guys had the ideas, and we could say if oh, there goes what you call it. We got a tour going by, you guys. Let's wave at them because they are looking at us. Yeah.
They won't know you're talking about them.
No.
If I just don't turn around. But
oh, right.
well, no, that is the way. Yeah, it could be the beach. I see. I noticed the kite festival is coming. Oh, kite festival in Lemon City. Could be near maybe even standing at the second shortest river in the world. Oh, you're at the
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of a nice day at the beach right here. Got a little wind.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about much sunlight.
Oh, very elusive eyeball gnome just walked into the picture. My dude. Yep. He just came in this morning. The day can't get started without him. And that's what I love about it. Nope, we don't.
Well, I'm going to the waterfront, do the art circle.
Okay, right?
Love and blessing, y'all.
Right on. You have a great day and stay in the shade.
Thank you.
Right on.
Guitar solo.
Thank you. Come down if you guys want, man.
We will. We sure will. Thanks for the invite.
My pleasure. Anytime, brother.
All right. We'll bring Ustream down there. I tried to take them out to Voodoo Donuts, but there was way too many people that would have looked at me like, dude, what are you doing with that camera?
Yeah.
And then I would have gave them a cheesy answer like, I'm using it for my viewers and trying to show them where Voodoo Donuts is. Right. Bullshit, man. You know what? You're trying to take everybody's picture. Get the camera, guys. Get him. Hey, so I chose not to. I played it out in my mind, and it was a little better if I kept the camera in the pocket. You know, especially over in the area of Voodoo Donuts.
I imagine.
So.
Yeah, anytime we come down to our circle, community art circle, everyone's welcome. Blessing,
thinking. And you can get yourself in a. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The elusive Joe Gnome just had his picture snapped by a concerned citizen. It was beautiful. It was great. It was flattering. It was a compliment to the scenery, to the environment.
Was that happening?
We talk to anybody but, and that's the code, you guys. That's the code because people have made us that way, and the code's been around for years. The Sicilian mob did it. The American mob did it. All mobs live by it. All motherfucking affiliated gangs or groups live by the code of silence. And unfortunately, and it's just not like we don't talk to the police. We don't talk to any motherfuckers we don't know. So yeah, hey, I'm sorry that it just falls on the police shoulders. That's who gets the biggest. We don't fuck with.
How about this one? You don't know, talk to them like you know. You do know, talk to them like you don't. Hey, from the hip desk. Get yourselves into that groove of thinking kind of month. I could change some pronouns. We got
Oh, that was basically, he said, actually,
couldn't make money being this slow.
This is the hotel shitty hall, you guys. Man, the only thing that's shitty here is these people's attitudes. That's right there. The people that are in that building, right there. That's the only thing shitty about it is their attitudes. And once you come out here, you got a great bunch of people.
I have a friend that used to wear a coat and tie and probably make signs like this.
He's gonna let us read that when he's done with it. I'm almost gonna bet on this. Oh, we got a protest here, people. Look at that. They're walking into Chapman Park. Quite a bit of people. That's an impressive crowd right there. And now they're coming out. All right, something happened. I think this has something to do with that. But I guess everybody has a right to protest. I bet you this is out of that video that's on YouTube. Everybody is talking about. And that guy was angry because this guy sat there and let the people go, let them cross the street. Like they did not have a right of way, but he gave them, he yielded to them, and the biker sounded like he was a little upset. Great group, you guys, and that's unity at its best. And you got to, you see her, look at that. He's great, man. He's making sure everybody gets across the street. That's great, man. That's, and I'm going to bet that if anybody approaches the crowd a little hostily, that guy he's going to take care of it. And once again, I told you, I know we weren't the only one doing it that night. Everybody jaywalks. Everybody does it. All right, let's go back to our post. So, there was a protest over there. Yes, sir, they did.
Well, it looks like a park over there.
I'm going to say they walked all into Trump Plaza. Probably about 50, 60 of them.
Wow.
I'm going to say it was the Muslims.
Lucky for us, they have to walk down the sidewalk with only one eye open.
Right.
You can tell they're Muslims.
Well, I'm going to say based on how they was dressed. I apologize for, I think I'm going to have me some, a cup of this great Colombian coffee. Peru, yeah, it comes from Peru, yes. And one of these delicious donuts. So where will we say the greatest coffee comes from? Afghanistan? Yeah, there's getting more. There's more people, you guys. Oh, these ain't protesters. This is a these guys are a tour. I feel like I'm a cop because I just dunked my donut in front of all these people in my coffee.
Oh, here we go.
Joseph? There it is, folks. The elusive Joseph gnome. He says, what's yours? I love these signs. Look at those arrows. Look at that pose. He says always, look at Mr. It's time to put Mr. Peanut to work. Right on. Great job, Joe.
I'm going to have to keep score. How many stop, how many don't.
Right?
One and just one. I'll just put it up there. Yeah.
I think it works. Yes, it does. That works. That space right there for him.
So I was going to say about my friend who used to put on a cool tie and make money in drawing advertising, and up in Alaska.
Alaska.
He also did at the same time the ultimate fighting, starting in the tavern. Very interesting. So I think just knowing that a person does that can be a positive influence.
Right on.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. The elusive Joseph Gnome and his one-liners. Alaska, that's great. I bet you great coffee comes out of Alaska.
Right. Then I find out he's a guitar player and songwriter. Yeah, and a great cartoonist. Yeah, he'd come down here and get him on Vigil TV.
Us two what?
I saw him around Christmas time, and he said, "Joe, I discovered alcohol. It's great."
Oh, okay, I understand now. I think I have great one-liners. You have great one-liners. I complimented you on your great one-liners, Joseph, and this person complimented me and said you too. So I was trying to figure out what the you too meant, and I said, okay, I guess I have great one-liners too.
Or did you too do the lime and the coconut? Maybe that's what they mean.
It's back. Hey, they still trying to get the shout outs from Vigil. Here you go.
And now I just saw him recently, and he said, "Joe, I drink too much." Well, you got to keep looking, for what's going to do it for you.
We want to respect the public and not put them on YouTube. You get to see a variety of shoes going by. Let's go over here and visit this guy. He seems to have set up shop.
Waiting for people to show up.
So,
4 sleeping bags. One side of the fence to the other.
If I can get one of these women out here and those up, it'll be a good one.
Man, great balloon. Sweet. Yeah, he's got that color right there on that sleeping bag, the orange sort of burnt orange.
Let's go see what they're raising a ruckus about, because they sure are.
one half.
Ah. Not quite what this is, but I bet you this has something to do with what's going on.
We have written parts of another speaker who is a solo. Please join us.
It says B. Oh, it's an advocate. Some Rohingya. Yeah, that's what they were saying. Right on, you guys.
Say only two things. Only two things in this beautiful morning. Just two things, please. The first thing is, welcome to Portland. Welcome to your city.
Right on.
In your city, we want to hear about your pain. In your city, we want to hear about your joy. In your city, you are free to leave Pamina and suffer with your family at home.
That's a great crowd, you guys. They're in Shrunk Plaza. And one of the signs I read, it was like stop ethnic cleansing. And I almost willing to bet that it had something to do with that video that's on YouTube. I'd almost be willing to go out on a limb and say that is what people do, a form of ethnic cleansing. You know, tell jokes about another group of people. So I could see that as a form of ethnic cleansing. You know, I'm going out on a limb again and can almost say that a lot of people have never really protested before. So I can say I'm one of those people. But well, I guess I can see Woodstock as a form of protest. Woodstock was a form of protest. But this ain't Woodstock, though. Yeah, those are 70s, 60s. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I wonder if they still got the bird represent, what's his name? Toucan Turtle?
Oh,
His name is Toucan Sam. That's his name. Follow your nose. It always goes. And he was following it to the delicious things of Fruit Loop cereals.
yeah, I don't think that they were around in the 50s.
Maybe.
Back when he first started, you know. In Oregon, anyway. Let's see. Here's one I just wrote this morning. No, but I like you well enough to make you think so.
And that's the elusive Joseph gnome right there, you guys. Okay. That was my last donut today. Because now I'm sugared up. Woo! I'm going to say that last one had rock sugar on it. Not rock salt, rock sugar.
Yeah.
Because, hey, you think you're biting into a donut, which that's what it is. And then once you get going and mix it up, it turns into rock sugar.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Crystal rock. Can I say that?
Right? Nope. We can blame it on the devil this time.
That'd be nice to have a, you know, a little microscope and you could look at a piece of sugar. See what it looks like. It might look like
Oh, right.
crystal.
Right.
I don't know. Because, you know, that was a need to know basis there. Growing up, I mean, we'd have the time to take a look at a piece of sugar under a microscope.
Hey, people that have too much times on their hand and that have really nothing to do, and they're also antisocial.
Everyone should have a little microscope at home.
Yeah, and a test water kit.
Right. Right, Sally, right. So, yeah. Let's see. So, 99.
Sir.
Thinking like you lay down in the middle of the sidewalk like you did early this morning,
Yes.
and they'd have to stop, and they might read those signs.
Oh. They might, huh? But then I don't want to get accused of impeding traffic.
I'll sweep the sidewalk first.
Well, no, that's not the problem. The thing is, you know, will they take the time to either go around or step over me, you know?
It's not Sunday, it's Saturday.
Uh,
So,
so the elusive Joseph gnome is talking to me like I didn't quite understand what he was getting
no,
at.
I think, might work better Sunday.
Oh.
When they're really busy.
I told you, this is great one-liners, man. That's some great one-liners. Yeah, no, because Sunday is a very busy day. I know when I was growing up, I don't think I liked Sundays too much. Even though it allowed you to go to the in-laws' house or to go over to families, to the grandmama's house or the great aunt's house and eat a great Sunday dinner. But at the same time, earlier in that day, in the morning, we had to go to church. And it started with Sunday school.
You got to go to church, right?
Okay, we got to go to church. But because my mom went, we had to go too.
Yeah.
we didn't say it was bad enough we went to school 5 days in a week. But then Sunday school too?
I think that's why we get along so well, because I feel exactly the same way.
You know, it was, and our Sunday, it started at 7:30 in the morning with us waking up, getting ready, being at church at 8 or 8:45, 9 o'clock. It's Sunday school, and it did not end until 6.
Whoa.
It did not end till 6 because at 3 o'clock when church services was over, now we have to go over to the ladies. We have to go over to my mom. She enrolled us in the choir. She turned us into pew boys, and the sisters of the church would invite us over and take a little congregation over to their house where they had the Sunday meal, you know. And that didn't end until 6, you know. And we were glad to get home Sunday night. We were glad because that's when Disney Channel came on, you know. And my mother, she was a stickler because she was like, if you fell asleep at church, and we almost always did. Yeah, we didn't get that Sunday treat, and we didn't get to watch the Disney Channel. The Disney movie had to be really good if we were able to watch it, because at that time she'd watch it with us. So
I can remember a little bit of that, but it was a long time ago.
yeah, well, we was I'm talking about when what's that guy's name? Snake Plissken, the guy that played Snake Plissken in Escape from New York when he was a kid.
Wow.
So, and he was a big Disney star. You know, Escape to Witch Mountain, Escape from Witch Mountain, Return to Witch Mountain, Shaggy DA, Return of the Shaggy DA.
Yeah, I think I was about 53 when those Not to date myself. So, 99, you pretend to speak for all of us, or at least you and me.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
So the elusive Joseph gnome.
What do we want? Or what do we need? And like what? What do we need?
Well,
When we need it?
so now they're asking me a question, and they're saying that when I answer it, I'm supposedly speaking for everyone. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not speaking. This is just for self only. I don't know what you guys want. I'm not going to pretend to know what you want, because I'm getting a lot of mixed messages here. But what I want is for the greedy to stop being greedy. I want a little more compassion. I know I'm asking for a lot. That's a lot. Okay? And I'm wanting everybody to work together, you know, because everybody is doing their own thing.
Again, the coffee is marvelous.
Okay, we want coffee. That's what we want.
The vigil.
Hold that bus, y'all. It's going to YouTube. Thank you.
We should have yellow segways.
Yes, you're on to something, Joe. Yellow segways. That's what we want. And that's not asking for too much.
Really?
We could all be asking for 40 acres and a mule.
For now, just yellow segways. And the 40 acres. Yeah.
Well, wait. How about we put off that yellow Segway and we get that boat?
Yeah. Let's get it again Sunday night. Yeah, that was. And the little one told or what? What were you saying about the little one? Why do we need that one? The Portland Spirit?
The little one, I'm gonna say we wouldn't have that guy because he can't take.
The wave.
Yeah, he can't take a wave. At least the one we looked at, he looked like he could take missile shots. At least 2 of them.
Well, like I say, if it's your time to go, you'll probably be out pissing over the rail when the first missile comes.
Oh man, right on. We like to thank that guy for treating our protest as a homeless camp. So shout out goes up to that guy right there.
He's a man of the cloth.
Yeah. So do 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Oh, Darren. Yes, I call him Amos Moses. And I'd like to know who did that song, too. Yeah, that'd be a...
So, no, this is what they were saying. They were saying, you know, you got your little packages, which is okay. That's okay, you know. I'm I'm not trying to be the police on how much stuff you're allowed to have, but it's a little in excess for one thing right there. And their sense of entitlement just goes as far as just letting it hang out. And we don't know. So next time he comes up, I'm going to ask him, is he for it or is he totally against it? Because it was things like that right there that got us on the list of what are we actually doing out here? Are we actually here squatting or are we actually here protesting? And we have a cause and a meaning. So I want to be able to answer those questions positively, and everybody else is comfortable with those answers. But when you got other people that's working against you, all right, it's Saturday morning. We're coming up on an hour, and we had a couple of viewers. We'd like to thank everybody that did come out and join us this morning. Some dark coffee and donuts with us, and late last night. So we're gonna end it with this.